Jesus. This is our year for divine restoration. When we talk of restoration, we are talking about the replacement of things that we have lost.
Yes.
Say, my Father, today, my life is restored. As you give me my divine restoration, in the name of Jesus, I receive it. This decade, 2020 to 2030, is my decade of divine restoration. Everything that was stolen by the devil, it's coming back in double fold, in triple fold, in quadruple fold, in quintuple fold, in sextuple fold, in the name of Jesus. Amen. We make this step. Because of time, I will just shoot straight to the way. Hallelujah. Amen. Greetings in the wonderful name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Special greetings to Bishop Babu Khatebe and Mama Bishop Khatebe. Really, it's an honor to be invited. I normally ask myself, what is it that is so special with me to be honored in such a way? But I know that it is the grace of God. Thank you so much for this divine invitation. It also brings my divine restoration. Because my son in the way we sometimes go and have some hiccups there and there. But we really appreciate your recognition, because many people, they don't see what you are seeing. So really, you are parents, you are a father, and you are a mother. As a father, you are a visionary. You can see, you are a leader, you are a sustainer of the ministry. You can see things, and also a prayerful warrior in the name of Jesus. We thank you so much. Also, Nkabinde. Umama unothando kakhulu. Angazi ngasondela kubo, but God said, let me come closer to them and learn some of the best practices for future reference. How is the ministry being done? Nazo zonke izinto in the name of Jesus. It is very much important to learn from abantu abadala, and this church is so blessed. Ngicela nishayele izandla. Uyabona uma uzoba uBartimeyu ungaboni, abantu abangaphandle bazoyibona lento ongayiboni.
Wow.
Hallelujah. Special greetings to the leadership pastors, all protocol observed, the fivefold ministry. Babu Khoza, Noma Mukhoza. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. It's a pity shower esikhathi bengizamphosa ngale mase ngiqala ngigula ngicela ungilandele ubabukhoza ngoba sikuya sonke eMpumalanga sothi nalokugula kwethu waseMpumalanga. Yes, asikho that asiyabodore mifa so sinabantu nje sibela nje phezulu kusho nje okay sishumayele ngabe nankinga haleluya. But we thank God for you, and also greetings omama nabobaba and entire church Breakthrough Ministries. Hallelujah. You are welcome. Thank you so much, praise and worship team. Khona kufanele ahlale lapha bakhoza ucela ungihlalela lapha ungithinta ngoba wozomnyakazisa kamnandi uzongitaza. This is a divine appointment for me. Ngicela ngiyabonga ngicela ngishayele izandla. I'm not alone. Ngihamba no Apostle Hlongwane ophuma Ark of God Ministries. Esetokoza, she's been my sister, she's been my mentor, so much sister born. Uyayazi nje history one traditional, one Roma, uyabona nje sihamba naye Nkabinde. Uyabazi ukuthakatha ungangiyisangoma. Ngihlala kwistrate esinayo. Ngihlala kwistrate esinapha, bathi igama lestrate Masloya, enekaloya. Wabekufa amadoda, selubaba nje. I think ubaba bayi-2 or bayi-3, the rest amadoda khona isigama lestrate Masilonyana mara sithi Masiloyana. So yena useMasilo Street. Amen. Bese sihamba no mama uGobeni, ngicela ngiphakamele. Ngicela ushayele izandla. Umama uGobeni angeke ngilande kakhulu bathandekayo. Umama ongana title umama nje kodwa umsebenzi wakhe yamangaza. Wayisibona isimo sakhe kanti uhlala ngale afasisi family yakhe ukholo teacher osisambo fanele simthandaze ngisasebenza-ke elebengibuzwa ukuthi ama-dates ahamba njani, siyalila intwaso, sidlalela intwaso, sikhalisa leli group wenze njani, kanti ubhizi uhleli nomthandazo eyaguqula ngombuza kaNkulunkulu akuthathi i-title ese-Pretoria Major 13, Major 15. God can use just an ordinary person to do the great work in the name of Jesus. So ngiyabonga kakhulu mama, and kumnandi ukubuka umsebenzi wakho wenzile nefamily. She's been umama ever since. Uyangikhulekela bathandekayo. Uyabona uspiritual mother wami akanathayile. Uyabona uhlezi kuphi. Mina ngisafuna ama-title mama lokho njalo. So alright, ahambe yedwa, uhamba nabo sister ke. Ngicela ngisumeni bosisi. I'm not going to waste time bathandekayo because of time constraints. uNkulunkulu ngiphathisile kuloko uthe kule divine restoration yaka 2020 to 2030. There is this thing that is very much important. There I fully preaching, but fully teaching because of the anointing of the house. But as time goes on, we will see what is going to happen. Baba uthi uNkulunkulu, there is a gap between us and the spiritual parents in this church. There is a gap between us and the spiritual parents in the ministry. We are not connected to their anointing. There is a certain gap that needs to be closed. For you to get your divine restoration, you need to connect, not to be close. Because if you are close, come. If you are close to somebody, at any time the person can desert you. But if you are connected, connection, spiritual connection, speaks something that there is a covenant relationship, not a friendship relationship, but a covenant relationship. When I see him, I don't see him as the man of God or as the father or the leader of this ministry, but I see him as God's anointed one who has been called, who has my blessings in his hand. No wonder why I am doing izinto ezinganangqondo. I'm not a crazy giver, but God is telling me to say connect to the man of God. Because kothatha umuntu ongaphandle azokwazi ukuthi axhume athathe what is due to you. Uyabona mawufana noEsawu. uEsawu was a firstborn, but you will be disinherited. So now you in this year, you must claim your divine restoration of being the son. So now you need to be sons, not daughters, sons. If you are a son, there must be a mark that there is a sound relationship between you and your spiritual parents in the name of Jesus. There are certain things that we are missing out. Even in the Bible, we've got people who were mentors, who were the spiritual parents, and also mentored abantu in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Say divine restoration. Divine restoration. That will lead me to divine connection. To my spiritual parents. In order for me to tap into their anointing.
anointing.
I must take the baton
I must take the
and run with the vision.
and run with the
In the
vision.
name of
In
Jesus.
the name of Jesus.
John the Baptist was a mentor to Jesus Christ. Was a spiritual father to Jesus Christ. Melchizedek was a spiritual father to Abraham. And what we know is that John the Baptist baptized Jesus. And when he was baptized, there was a divine restoration when heavens opened and there was a word that spoke to say, "This is my son in whom I am pleased." Melchizedek was a spiritual father to Abraham. Abraham, when you read the book of Genesis, chapter 14, verse 18 to 20, you'll find that Abraham, he made his divine connection by bringing the tenth of all. It was a revelation from God for him to connect to the spiritual father in the name of Jesus. Then in return, the spiritual father gave him a bread and the wine. So that was a covenant relationship. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Jesus Christ was a spiritual father to the 12 disciples minus one. Judas Iscariot, because he failed to submit. He shared with them the Holy Communion. They took instructions from him. He released his anointing upon them so that they can go and preach throughout the whole world. Jethro was a spiritual father to Moses. Moses uhlezi ikhweli uyasubmita until uNkulunkulu ngoba kade ngithini to go and learn some of the things until wathi makahamba zanga zayiphumele ayihambele ase ngiyahamba ngeGibhithe wona labantu wasubmita wachaza wathi baba ngisacela ukubuyela emuva. Then he was officially released. Angazi wena ongarizwana ngesibusiso ukuthi ukuphi ngoba uzogcina uhambe ePitoli ufuna ama-oyela ufune amanzi. It's because you are disconnected to the anointing. The Bible simply tells you in Deuteronomy chapter 12, lithi iBhayibheli, you'll go to the place that I have chose for you. You are here, it's not because of your choice, it's because of God's calling. It's God who deployed. It's because of God's anointing. So connection is very much important. Moses was a spiritual father to Joshua. Joshua had been for 40 years a submitter. Wasubmita. Uthema sekufanele ngabesathi uJethro wathi you can't Moses angeke uzukwazi bathwala bonke la. Umuntu lothi angeke ukwazi bathwala bonke. Khetha abanye abantu abazo. Wakhetha abanye abantu uJoshua wayekelwa. Wasideline uJoshua wathathwa abanye abantu umoya kaNkulunkulu wathululelwa kwabanye. How painful it is for uJoshua hamba kangaka noMose makaqeda sideline bengazuthi akanakwa. Kanti there is a greater destiny. Because angeke ahambe neMoses generation, uzohamba neJoshua generation. I-generation ezophila ngezwi in the name of Jesus. uSamuel submitted ku-Eli, uTimothy submitted kuPaul, uDavid wasubmita kuSawuli. Yizo noma kade ngihlupha phela lalela la. Oqala uSawuli was a faulty king. When you read the Bible in Genesis chapter 49, Saul is a Benjaminite. Mawucheka when Jacob called his sons, azobanika some blessings and the curses. Now he Benjaminite lapha. But what you are, the tribe of Judah is the one that is going to carry a scepter. But we are born a Bible in 1 Samuel chapter 10. Utiwa Samuel took a flask and anointed David, Saul. Flask prophetically means a mistake. No wonder why he was busy defaulting, because somebody was coming. When David also anointed, God said, "Man is a divine restoration of the kingship." What is Samuel yomkhalela kozekweni? Tata uphondo lwakho ugcwalisa amafutha. Uhambe uye endlini kaJesu uyokugcobela oseceleni kwenhliziyo yakho. Kwathathwa uphondo zange kuthathwe iflask. Iflask mayiwa iyaphuka ephereni iflask. Uphondo means power. Uphondo means protection. Uphondo means honor. Uphondo means glory. Uphondo, this is the horn of salvation when you read Luke chapter 1 verse 69. Lapho zakulo kuzakara wayithandaza khona ukuthi usilethele the horn of salvation. Wow. So when I'm talking about people that were connected, when I Elijah, no Elisha. Elisha submitted. What does all this? Elisha was the double pushing of your anointing. When you read the 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 1 to 6, because ufuna a divine restoration. Don't forget that Elisha was a farmer. But mabembiza walahla zonke izinto. Wena wabona uBartimaeus mabembiza 2 hours walahla ijazi, which was an alternative to what he wanted. Then he got what he wanted, not an alternative. Then this that they told us about this doesn't identify ukuthi yena uyimuntu wakulahla, because now why is to told us something new? Once you told us something new, you must throw the old man. Then come empty-handed, then you receive. If Bartimaeus wears to throw out the coat, that coat why told kwabanye abantu ngoba abantu uzohamba bokuneza amafuta, lahla lamafuta, lahla lamanzi, lahla lamavasilina, lahla ley'ntambo, lahla lemithi yokuphalaza, lahla lemithi yokukhatha, lahla konke nolokuthiwe intombi. Nangaze ngabona kuthiwa isihlahla siyajona, mara kuthiwa lokuthiwe intombi wasithatha lesi asijoni. Asilantombi mara kuthiwa umuntu wenu. Niyophela kudalwa when you connect, connection, it's that divine restoration has to do with the restoration, divine restoration of sonship, like a breakthrough ministry. So that when you are starting to spread the weight, you are carrying the anointing. If Elisha was able to perform miracles with Elijah, the Bible says, amanye recording, man wabala, amanye recorder 32, kwesinye recorder 16, kodwa ekhona one who Elisha afa ngayenzanga because it is obedience of sons ibakhona. uJudas disobeyed uJesu, then wazibulala. uGehazi disobeyed Elisha, makahamba kanti uNamani aqamba amanga athi kuthiwa letha le mali, bamnikeza 75, wathi no ufuna 150. 75 means a curse, 150 prophetically means a double portion of curse. Instead of receiving a double portion of anointing from Elisha to Gehazi, Gehazi received a double portion of curse because of his disobedience. So you must mind your steps when you go. There are a number of people who Ruth submitted. Now, what was Oprah? Oprah disobeyed. But that was Oprah Magahamba. Oprah, when you read Oprah wa mama uyozala abo Goliath and the 4 brothers. Whereas Ruth ukugenealogy yokuzala kaJesu. So you must watch out when how you connect. So now, if divine connection in this restoration 2020-2030. Lana sesoya incwadi siyafunda manje ne mina ngiyabirida ngikuhlulo isangoma nakuno wasindiswa usindiso akusunduzi warusindisiwe ngazodlula umuntu osindiswe day before yesterday ngiyalizwa ngiyalikhuluma iBhayibheli ngifuna ukukhuluma kanjalo angithi lalela sesiyaqala siyabona ke manje sisafuna in restoration, divine restoration of sonship has to do with the connection. But the connection, number one, you must have faith. Out of that faith, you receive instructions. Now, Elijah, uthunyelwa uNkulunkulu. When you read 1 Kings chapter 17, uzonglalela ngamuthisha vele, sesongithisha. Angithi? Right, akusasisa ngoba. Lalela. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1. Now Elijah, uyavela, we don't know his history, but Elijah the Tishbite. Ufika uklema ukuthi there will be no rain and no dew for 3.5 years. So he spoke the word of God. He was instructed to speak. You can just imagine coming uyokhuluma such a message. Ahab no Jezebel, babulala abaprofeti. But what courage did he have? It's because Elijah, the spiritual father, was God, he himself. So he believed in him, he connected to him, he was so bold. That is why he was able to do that. Amen. Then after that, he ran Waham. Manahamba was sacrificer, a business among altars, Sagabal, Wabulala Bonga, a prophet Bagabal, was so easy. Uthe makaqeda ukwenza that makaqeda ukhanda that altar lakaNkulunkulu prove ipoint kwaba khona le maqeda ukubulala lento le ubona abafundisi prophets kakhulu uzwa ufunda ngabo uthiwa bazithola labamana bahamba nge-deliverance benza zonke lezi kukhona lento abathi prophetic evolution enye into yayiqubuka ngoba mawuqeda ukwenza a-deliverance angeke uhambe uyolala ngoku-deliverance ministry kufanele ube nementor yakho a person bathi ngeEnglish ozokwenza i-debriefing ozokubeka izandla to remove wonke la madimoni owatholile no wonder wami uthandazela abantu abubeka izandla sometimes uthandazela abantu abathanda abantu besifazane or abantu abathanda amadoda uthuka nawe sowile solala nabesifazane or solala namadoda kukhona that spirit let me kwenza ngazo the anointing a prophet ayihlali inside my focus was iyasuka then finally back to the spirit so that you can be laid hands for deliverance self. This is what we call it debriefing. So then to go to deliverance especially no, that is also one of my attacks anything uzoshawa zonke izinto. A person, the one that I knew, I knew that I had to raise an altar so that he can be able to pray for me. Whenever I did something, but I discovered that secret that I need to connect. Just run to the what akabaleka makabaleka wahamba wayesigayeni kanti uNkulunkulu yabona ifaith ukulalela uNkulunkulu it's very much important because you must listen to the instruction and you must have faith to the spiritual father that I show makabaleka wahamba makahamba kanti there was a supernatural provision that was prepared for him. I have spoken to the ravens, they are going to feed you. And also nale check brook lapha ephuza khona amanzi natural until was what dry. Masuka was an instructor again. I have spoken to the woman. Go to the Zarephath. Makafika eZarephath woman. Azothola eZarephath woman. Makafika lapha uNkulunkulu knew the destiny yakalo mfazi oyiZarephath. No Zarephath no. Ikhaya hometown yakaJezebel eZarephath lapha boya khona. Hallelujah. So makafika lapha umnikeza instruction simple uthi ngicela ungiphuzisa amanzi uthe ngicela usale songiphathela lesinkwa uthe anginalo ukuthi kusele nje okwami ukuthi ngidle mina nendodana nami senze njani sife so une mentality yani yokufa kodwa wa-insista uthe maka-insista wabuya nabo ngoba kufanele ukuthi uma uza nokudla uye to your spiritual father in terms of connection, because these hands are the hands of multiplication. If yena udle kuqala bengeke kuze multiply. We saw the multiplication of oil. We saw the multiplication of a flour because it started. She connected with whatever that she had to the prophet of God. And after that one, wasekwazi ukuthi amprovide ukuthi uzohlala la, wamnikeza an upper room. An upper room is nothing else but a place of worship, a place to praise God, a place to pray, a place to meditate, a place to decree everything that is needed. And that place is a place of intercession, finally be above where, so that the person can be able to trap anything that is flying, because God has given him power to rule over anything that is on earth and under the sea. So when the woman connected, we saw the multiplication of oil. We saw, the food was so plenty to a point of, man, this is the man of God and I am fine. Namhlanje, men of God are demanding more than necessary. Ungazi ukuthi uyisaphi lo mali leyo ene niyalayeka bazibalineza namabhenge leplastic niphume iphandleni nikezwe leintambo namafutha nikezwe nje i-fish oil uzomuntu anuka nje ama-chips ukugcolisela amafutha ke kuthiwa igama layo iGabriel utshela iGabriel sekamafutha uthi ugcobisa uGabriel amafutha lePitoli basinikeza anointing oil bakunikeza amafutha unuka ama-chips kuphuma. I but the man of God connected to this woman, and another certain provider. You are provoking the man of God. What can I do for this woman? Because she's doing something. We are told the man of God is busy praying, Father, what can I do for this woman? What can I do? Kanti uza kwakhe uElijah eza to the Zarephath woman. When you read the book of 1 Kings, chapter 17, 18, ilapho othola khona ukuthi uNkulunkulu had a divine purpose for Elijah to come there to resurrect that boy. So it happened that boy died. When the boy died, that woman just took the boy and mixed her to the upper room. Makamisa to the upper room, amtshela wathi, hey, awutshela uzongilethela usizo lungaka. Ngithole ngihluphekela, ngabe ngisifele. Uzongibangela nje i-stress, manje lo mfana usefile. So now, what the man of God did, he went up into the upper room. Kule room elakhelwe yena ukuze alale abekwazi ukuthi arelax makabuye kwenza umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu. So makafika lapha yana ufike uyamthola umfana ulala phezu kwakhe. Umfana wathimula wavuka. Makasuka lapho wathandaza wathi uNkulunkulu ngicela ukuthi uvusele lo mfana. Yes. Ngicela uvusele lo mfana. Ngicela uvusele lo mfana. uNkulunkulu wathi nenhloso angeke uvuswe kwabafileyo ngoqedwe songezandla kudlala uzodlalwa abantu. Because wena unobufakazi kufanele uphume nalobufakazi. The boy was resurrected, was restored. Say divine restoration. The boy was restored. That boy makakhula. Do you know the name of that boy?